Hello everyone, I see my mic's a little bit too loud there, so let me drop it down just a little bit there. Yes, welcome to the 6th round of the Synergy F1 League. Today we're in Yas Marina, which is situated in Abu Dhabi. Very beautiful track, as you can see there. Quite technical in the third section, and a lot of straights. Invites a lot of overtaking as well with the 2 DRS zones, so we will see a lot of overtaking soon. Let's just jump straight into it right now. Currently man down, but you know what, let's do this anyways. So looking at the Mercedes group right now, as you can see there, we have unfortunately Lorenzo and Okudlo have both retired from the session, so Matthew Smith and Carl will both be filling in. Carl doing his debut race for the Synergy F1 League now, which is fantastic to see. Just dropping my mic again. I can see that it's like red lighting there. As you can see there, Matthew has made 2 starts now. Points finishes first, 1 DNF. He'll be looking to do well, and he is quite an exciting driver, so he'll be looking to do well. We'll see how Carl manages to get through the pack here. He's been doing quite well in the F2 series, so he'll be one to look out in the Mercedes outfit as well. Looking down at the Red Bull outfit, we have Gideon and his brother Bernard Renner, both in the Red Bull seats there, so they've been doing quite well in the league, sitting first in the standings. As we go, we'll show you the league standings just now. So it's quite a good family team there, shall we say. So it's quite exciting to see them race and bring up the points for the Red Bull. Going down to the McLaren, we have Anthony Barbara sitting there in the driver 1 seat, and then Jordan Tolmay will be joining him alongside with him. Fortunately, Josh Knott has some computer problems at the moment, so he will be sitting out for this race right now. Very exciting duo. Hopefully they'll get a lot of points for the McLaren team. Also one team to look out for in the league, as they are doing quite well. Looking down at Racing Point at the moment, we have Leandre and Ruan doing quite well. Leandre will be one to look out for in the race. He did quite well in the Open League yesterday. Unfortunately plagued with a few penalties, so he'll be looking to keep it clean on his part, that side. Looking to get more points for the Racing Point there. Going down to Renault, Pierre Grieve can't make it today, so Mandich will be stepping in for him, making his F1 debut today in the F1 Synergy League. Very exciting driver, very hard to overtake. He defends quite strong, so watch out for his defending. Quite one to watch there. It's very exciting to see how he defends. Peter Ma also sitting in the 2nd seat today, does quite well. Be looking to improve and make a mark in the league. Very exciting driver, so let's see how well this Renault team goes. Looking down at the Ferrari, they're sitting 2nd in the Constructors' Championship. Very good team to watch. They work so well together. I think it was in Bahrain where they were actually trading DRSs, I think, and pulling themselves along quite well there. So they work quite well as the team. One to watch out in the Constructors, so let's see how well they do in today's race. We see Quinton and Jordi filling in for them. Elliot standing down for today as a reserve. In the AlphaTauri seat, we have Mohammed Faizan and Matt Harris there, doing quite well for the team there. They'll be looking to get more points in the Constructors' Championship right there. Very exciting drivers to watch. They're quite consistent in every aspects of their racing, and we'll see how well they do in the Yas Marina circuit today. Going down to the Alfa Romeo, we have Bailey, who's also the junior admin of the Synergy F1 team. He'll be looking to do quite well. He was in the Open League yesterday and he did quite well. Yan B stepping down, so it shouldn't be Willy Hubert there, but it's actually Rabbi, who will be sitting in for him today in the Alfa Romeo seat. So he'll be looking to make his debut today, and we wish him well from the Synergy F1 team. Looking down at the Haas, we have the incredible and consistent Philippe. He's also my teammate in one of the other leagues. Quite a very good driver. quite as an understatement. He is a good driver, in fact, so he'll be looking to get his first win in Synergy today. Sitting alongside them, we have Gracic, who fills in for Abdella, who moves down to a reserve role as he can't make every race, so he will be missed. But Gracic is also a very good driver, sitting in a F2 seat right now, trying to make his way into the F1 league. He is one to also watch out for. Everyone's quite exciting in this league, so it is nice to see that. Looking at the Williams, we have Ockert van Rensburg sitting in the first seat, and then Alfred J also looking to get more points for the constructions team. They'll be one to look out for in the field today. As we go down to the driver's standing, as we can see there, Anthony Barber making his way up to first there after he's I think it was the second place finish in Bahrain, which he did quite well. That late safety car bunching up the pack, making it for a very exciting last few lap races there. We see Gideon Reyna drop down into second after he dropped a few places down in Bahrain, unfortunately due to that safety car. And we have Quinten Jans van Rensburg sitting in third, followed by Philippe Bernard. Lorenzo has retired, so he'll probably drop down the order as the league continues. As you can see there, I'll leave it for a few seconds there. Let me just actually move this logo. Actually, I'll not. Looking at the constructors then, we see Red Bull sitting comfortably in first with about 17 points difference from Ferrari. As we can see, McLaren is also still in the mix, so is Haas with their two duo drivers. So anything can go for those four top teams, as there is 5 races left, 4 after this. So constructors can be taken by anyone. You know, anything can happen in a race. That's how it happens in F1. This is what makes the sports exciting. And yeah, as we can see, Mercedes have now filled up both their seats today, so that will be exciting to see. Yeah, looking down the order, Williams sitting in last. This is not real life performance, guys, so we try and make teams as even as possible. Obviously, some drivers having more luck than others. So it's quite interesting to see there. As we go on to the tire strategy for today, I do believe it is a 28 lap race. I am not mistaken, maybe. So it is possible to get away with a 1-stop here, but most preferably people like to go onto the 2-stop, either going from soft to mediums to softs again, or from soft mediums, depending on what they prefer. The slower strategy is a 1-stop with the soft to mediums. It is possible. Tried it before myself. Quite hard, I must admit. Your car slides, and through the fast corners you lose the rear quite easily. So depending on what they choose to do today, that is totally up independent choice from the driver. So we shall see how they choose their options today. So let's go into the track guide for Yas Marina.
For the 4th time, the Formula One season finale is taking place at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. This purpose-built 5.5-kilometre track opened in 2009 and features one of Formula One's longest straights, as well as a number of technical corners where precision is all important. The lap begins with a long run down the main pit straight at 290 km an hour before flicking left for turn 1 at 150. Now it's the flat-out turns 2 and 3, building up to 250 km an hour in 6th gear at the apex of 2 and 270 km an hour through turn 3. Then follows a challenging braking zone from 295 km an hour down to just 130 and 3rd gear for the left-hander at turn 5. And then a short squirt to the hairpin turn 7, just 65 at the apex. Now onto one of Formula One's longest straights at 1.2 kilometres. The cars reached 335 kilometres an hour with the DRS open. Then another big stop, down to 70 kilometres an hour for turn 8. That's 5.2 G of braking force. Turn 9 follows quickly, then onto another long straight with DRS, this time picking up to 325 kilometres an hour in 8th gear, before another heavy braking zone at turn 11. Down to 96 km an hour in 3rd gear. Another right, left for 12 and 13 at 110. Then a short blast to turn 14, 104 kilometers an hour here, building up speed through the fast kink at 15 to 270. Then it's hard braking for 17, a 90 kilometer an hour second gear right-hander. Now one of the most stunning sequences of any Formula One circuit. Under the arch of the Yas Viceroy Hotel, the second gear left-hander turn 18, and we're almost at the end of the lap. Then a double right back onto the pit straight, 180 for the first one and 120 for the second, then drive for the line. And that is 100 seconds of flat-out motoring around Yas Marina circuit, where the grip level changes as the race moves from dusk into nighttime.
Properties. All right, and we're back live, guys, and joining me in the commentary box, making it, couldn't have done it without him, our one and only Quinton. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. We're looking forward to the Abu Dhabi race today.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of exciting overtaking areas, especially with those two DRS zones there. Just trying to put on the telemetry here so everyone can see everybody. Yeah, so who would be your pick of the day, shall we say?
Oh, a lot of fast guys out on track. It'll be interesting to see. We obviously got to go with Gideon because he's been remarkably quick in the races that he's been on. So I would go with Gideon, Bernard, and maybe Quinton as my top 3 picks.
You know who I'm going to pick today? I'm actually going to see how Leandre does today in the Racing Point. We had an open lobby yesterday in Abu Dhabi, and he did quite well. He was actually first, but plagued by penalties, which brought him down a few places. So I believe he'll be one to look out for today. As we hear some of the cars starting up their engines now, everyone's probably chosen their setups for the race. Quite a fast-tracked circuit here, Quintin. I'll be looking for a more balanced setup. Obviously, you need traction going through those corners, but you also need to make sure you can get some of these low corners, low-speed corners as well. What would you go for in terms of setup?
I would go with a balanced one. Maybe even lean towards downforce a little bit more than, top end.
Yeah, definitely. I actually forgot that I need to share my screen with you.
So Scotty, with regards to your team, what is your expectations today? I mean, what are your team's likelihood of doing well and getting into the points today?
Well, I've raced against both of them, and you know what? 2 very skilled drivers. Mandic, obviously a bit more skilled in the defending side, and Peter also very good with the attacking. So I think they'll get into the top 10 today, and I think they've basically felt how most of the grid drives. So I'm sure they're going to actually do quite well today.
Yeah, Mandic seems very excited to get a drive today.
Yeah, it's always nice when someone gets a chance to drive, it's very exciting. As we're on board with Bailey now, who's about to start his lap now, one of the junior admins for Synergy F1 League. How do you rate Bailey in this league so far?
He's been very consistent and he's often been within the middle of the field. He's been a little bit unlucky, I feel, with regards to points, oftentimes not scoring as many as he would have gotten,
Yeah, definitely. He'll be hoping to do well today as he's out on track at the moment now, as we see a yellow flag in Sector 3. Most of the drivers going out. As we see Bailey run down this long straight here. Bit of an awkward one as it runs straight, and there's a little bit of a corner which you have to kind of judge before your braking zone. So it does put off the drivers just a little bit, but if you have practice, then it shouldn't be much of a problem for them. So we see him break down into 3rd gear here, most likely, making his way through this left and right chicane here, down into 2nd and up into 3rd here. Quite a very tricky section he's going to go into as this fast right-hander, and then down into 2nd here. Very hard braking zone for the drivers, making his way into this beautiful hotel section, basically from the Abu Dhabi area, and yeah.
I can't watch your stream, unfortunately. My line is too bad to go to do both of that.
No worries.
So maybe if you can just indicate who you're watching, then I'll watch it on my side as well.
Bailey sets a time of 1:35.1 there, so that's very, very good. There's a few people out on their laps right now.
With beating him by 0.3 of a second.
Yeah, he's quite quick around here, cutting a little bit of corners there, probably just finding his way around the track. A lot of people like Matt Harris has also just set his time. Gideon with a 1:34.012. About 8 tenths quicker than the next driver. Mandic with a 1:36.458. Everyone opting for the soft tire at this moment of time. Let's go on board with Bernard right now as he has invalidated his lap so long. Looks like a little bit of a step out there. As Alfred dives into the pits now. Quite a few people setting times at the moment. Anthony sitting in the pits. Let's go on board with Peter as we see him driving down this long straight. What other teams? Well, we have a few new drivers in the field today. We have Mandic making his F1 debut today. He's quite excited. Who else is there? Rabbi as well for Alfa Romeo. And I think it's all the first team drivers, as Bernard retired from the session. Do you think he lost it there? Are you there, Quentin? Hello? Seems like I have lost my second in command here, but no worries. Oh, as we see Peter just invalidating his lap there, right towards the end there, and missing the pit stop as well. Anthony now going out. Who else is currently out on track at the moment? Carl setting a 134.723 in the Mercedes outfit. What a blistering time right now. Making his Formula 1 debut today for the Mercedes duo. Mercedes being plagued with quite a few driver dropouts, so both the duo have stepped in as we're on board with Mohammed Faizan, but he invalidates his lap. He's already set a time of a 136.598 as we see Grascic going into the pits right now. Let's go down into Leandre right now, who started his fastest lap. He did quite well in the Open League yesterday. Quite an exciting driver to see here. Maybe he's going to set the standard here as we see a Williams get out of his way. We appreciate that from all the drivers as Leandre makes his way down this fast, this back straight. There's about 2 back straights here, activating his DRS, going down here into this slow left and right chicane, and then back down into another long straight. This used to be the main pit straight when it was first built, and yeah, it's quite a very exciting track as we see most of the drivers. It's a sunset at the moment. It should work its way into the night as the time goes by. Ferrari getting out of the way there. That's perfect for him. Oh, and he loses the back just a little bit there. Would that hinder his time? Let's find out, shall we? As he goes around the corner there, coming to the last few corners. This looks like it'll be a very blistering time. Hopefully that little step out won't hinder him. ERS is finished. Leandre with a 134.669. Definitely Gideon is the one to beat at the moment, so this is a very blistering time for him. Let's go down the pack as we see Jordy is on his second lap now. Oh, his ERS is turned off. He probably aborted his lap there. Let's go on board with Mandic in the Renault today. He invalidated his time, unfortunately, so he's going to have to set another time. Currently sitting on a 136.458 now, which is he happened tonight, but a few other drivers to still set a time. Jordan filling in for Joshua Knott today, who couldn't make it due to his PC crashing. Jordan's one to watch out for. He is a very exciting driver, very quick as well, so he'll definitely be up in the pack there, coming around the last few corners at the moment. Oh, just stepping out the back there a little bit, but this looks like a very exciting lap from Jordan now. DRS is finished, and that puts him up into second, about 0.08 of a second from Gideon. That's very exciting times. The front row definitely making a difference. Definitely one to beat at the moment as we go on board with Alfred J. It's coming around the technical sector 3 right now, looking to put in a lap time. Very clean exit there, doing quite well to keep the track on all. Down one gear there, keeping it as tight as he can there, coming around the last corner. What time will this be for Alfred J? And he sets a time of a 1:36.556. Well done to him, as we see a few of the other people, as we see Rabi putting in a time of a 1:36.312. Well done to him. That puts him up into 11th. Fantastic stuff here from everyone. Anthony on the mediums getting into 7th place there with a 1:34.977. Anthony sitting first in the championship currently, gets out the way for a fast-moving driver, which is his teammate. Gideon Rayner setting another fast lap of a 1:33.657. Fantastic lap there from Gideon, sitting on provisional pole at the moment. Gideon is sitting second in the standings right now. Unfortunately, bad luck in Bahrain put him down just a little bit, but he's doing quite well in the league, so to speak, at the moment. Peter with a 1:34.609, that puts him up into 3rd. Well done to Peter, as he's on a cool down lap now, going into the pits. On board with Philippe as he invalidates his time on the medium, so he dives into the pits at the moment. Quinten Jans van Rensburg on a flyer of a lap now, as we can see there, coming around those fast corners there. He actually just started his lap right now, so we'll stay on board here with Quinten, doing quite well for the Ferrari team here, as Matt Harris has left the session now. Hopefully he will be able to join back in. As we're on board with Quinten at the moment. Just checking the chat here quickly, just to make sure everyone is fine, as we're on board with Quinten right now, coming around this very technical chicane here, losing the back just a little bit, but settles the car quite well just to control it here down the second back straight now. This looks like it's a very impressive time here from Quinten. Probably bump him up a few more positions. Let's see how well he does. Coming into this technical, almost invalidating his time there, but doing quite well just to keep it on track now. Coming around this technical braking area over here, down to 2nd, almost invalidating his lap time there, coming around the hotel there. Very exciting part of the track, this, you know, very beautiful circuit from the Yas Marina circuit over here. Coming around the last few corners, what will this be for Quinten right now? Puts him up into 3rd with a 1:34.509. Fantastic time there from Quinten. Only 4 minutes and 47 seconds left of the session at the moment, as we see Philippe going out for his next run now, following the Force India of Rouen at the moment. Done 3 laps so far. Hopefully he'll be looking to do a better time. Oh, Awkward stepping up the back there just a little bit. Caught him just there before he let the Ferrari's following behind. I don't know if the Ferrari's on a fast lap at the moment. On board with Awkward as he goes through these final few corners now to set his fast lap time. Moves out the way for the Ferrari. I believe that's Jordi right now to set a scorcher of a lap. What will that put him up into? Just a little back step there, up into 7th above Philippe. Philippe dropping down the order there quite a lot. We see Matt Harris is now going out on his 3rd and final lap now. A few of the guys already out on track. Mohammed Faizan invalidating his lap for the AlphaTauri there. What are your predictions in the chat today, guys? Ooh, it looks like it's going quite crazy there in the chat. Clearly neglecting you guys there in the chat, as we see there a lot of support there for Peter and Jordan. Let's fucking go, as they say. Well, hopefully they'll do well then. And getting a lot of vamos Scotty here, guys. Thanks for the support on the commentary side, as we're on board with Ruan again, who just started his fast lap now in the Force India. And why do I keep saying Force India? It's actually Racing Port there, and we see a supporter for the AlphaTauri and of course, for the Renner brothers as well. So let's go, boys. Let's see how this goes as we see the Force India's coming right down this long straight here, activating his DRS. Let's get excited for this race, guys, as there's only 2 minutes and 37 seconds left, since he comes right down into this tight chicane over here, up into third. Ooh, runs low right there, and we can see his ERS has been switched off. He has aborted his lap there. Who haven't we done there? As we see Geordie's on the cool down lap. Philippe blistering through this chicane there after the second back straight there. One to watch out to the lead. Very consistent driver. He's sitting currently in 8th. He needs to improve his time right now if he wants to make an impact. They're locking up the brakes there. Such a tight corner to get there. Into this technical section 3 now. Ooh, what this looks like a very clean lap from Philippe now. How well will he do here, coming along the final last corners right now? We see Philippe pushing the limits of that Haas car as the lights come on from Abu Dhabi. What that would be, puts him up into third place. Third place for Philippe. Well done to him. Who's also in the lap? We have our leading driver Gideon now coming around the back straight now. A lot of support there for Gideon. We see Bradley there saying good luck to my friend Gideon at the moment. Gideon sitting in second place in the table now, looking to do well. Flying down this first back straight now, down into second, up into the chicane over here. Keeping it nice and tight there, little back from the car there, inciting stuff there from Gideon. Trying to make sure that he improves his time so no one else gets it. Seems like Jordan's happy with his second place at the moment. A minute left of this qualifying session as Peter retires his car from the session. Happy with his 6th place at the moment. Very clean stuff here from Gideon as we're on board with him right now, flying around this fast right-hander into this technical here. Clean braking there from him. See how well he does here into this final section right now. A few of the guys coming on to the final runs, so to speak. Ooh, a little bit of lag there from my side, but that's okay. What will that be for Gideon? Does he improve? No, he does. He does with a 133.267. Wow. Wow. Fantastic stuff there from the Red Bull driver, as we see a few of the cars on a slow down lap right at the moment now, as we see Anthony there. A lot of cars with on board with Rabbi now, who's coming around the last few corners there, looking to improve, but he is on the harder compound of tires, diving into the pits there, abandoning his lap. We see Mandich going out for a outlap, but it seems it will be a bit too late for him. Mohammed Faizan has improved his time and up into 16th now, and it seems like this will be the order of the grid so far, guys, as we see at the moment. Gideon sitting up into first there with an impressive time of a 133.267. Jordan sitting, actually Jordan's out on he's invalidated his time, unfortunately, so that won't count as, so to speak. Very impressive time here from most of the racers. The standout driver so far is Gideon Rayner, 8/10 faster than the rest of the pack. He's gonna be one to beat today. Will anyone get close to him? Anthony down into 11th. Unfortunately for our number one drivers, we see the grid now, just everyone making their way back into the pits now. Just waiting for the pack to come back now. Alright, and I'm back. As we can see, I need to take a quick screenshot of this just for my future reference. So you see Gideon sitting there in front, followed by Jordan Tolmay as well. 19 drivers on the grid, about 25 seconds left of the session. Got my screenshots in now, I think so. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be quite an exciting race for the drivers here. As there we go, we make our way into the session now. As we see Elliot there saying congratulations to the Ferrari guys, and yeah, and Elliot saying he would have given it a closer run to Gideon there. Elliot is a fast driver. Fortunately, the two first team drivers, no, actually not unfortunately, they're actually really good. So you know, let's see as we wait for the drivers choosing up their strategies for the race now. Let's see how well they do. There is a formation lap. What are your guesses for the race today? Let me know in chat and see what your predictions are for the race, as we see most of the drivers are readied up now. Unfortunately for Bernard, sitting last on the session right now, as we see Gideon has now started the pack right now. Ooh, running completely wide there for some reason. Jordan sitting in second. Elliot saying getting props couldn't have really got close. You never know, Elliot. You never know. Maybe the conditions aren't quite good for qualifying times at the moment. As we see, we're on the formation lap of the Synergy F1 League here in Yas Marina. Beautiful lights sitting on the track here. Just want to do this quickly for myself so I can actually see the chat here. Just a few things that a friend has sent me. On board with Gideon now, sitting in first place. Jordan followed in second place there in the McLaren. Philippe in third. Carl with his debut in the F1 Synergy sitting in fourth place. A fantastic qualifying for him. Will he keep up this momentum in the race? Have to find out. Quintin in the Ferrari sitting in fifth. Peter in sixth. Leandre in seventh. Jordi in 8th, Bailey in 9th with a very consistent midfield drive there for qualifying. Matt Harris in 10th, Anthony in 11th, just missing out on the top 10 there, but he is first in the championship, going for the alternate strategy at the moment. As we see now the cars slow down to get their final warm-ups for the grid right now. Alfred J in 12th, Mohammed in 13th, Mandich in 14th, Ockert in 15th, Ron in 16th, Rabbi in 17th, 18th is Grachcic, and Brenner in 19th. As we see the pit strategy come up there. Let's go on board with Carl, shall we? Wait for the final last cars to bunch up there. We're waiting for Grachcic to make his way to his pit box there. Go on board with Jolden right now. As we see, lights are going out now. 4 lights, 5 lights, and we are off. A little bit of lag here for me, and there goes the cars now. As we see, Jordan drives up into first place now. As we see Gideon going down the path there. Very clean start from the drivers. We see a racing point spun out there. A few people dropping down the order. Will this bring out the safety car? We'll see. Oh, we see Jordan here. Peter's spun out. Peter's out. We're on board here now with Philippe now is in second place here, followed by the Ferrari in third, getting it down into fourth now after that terrible start. Jordan leading the pack now. A little step up from the Ferrari there, very exciting stuff. Another yellow flag, look at that there, that looks like Landon shopping from the order. As they make their way, that is a beautiful sight from the drivers there. Is this a safety car? No, it's not. Oh, it just looked like a safety car. Looks like there's a yellow flag in Sector 1, but there is no one there at this moment. Philippe in second place, Jordan leading the pack after that brilliant start for Gideon. Going down the order, he needs to make up a lot of time as the Ferrari of Quinton puts himself into third place there. Fantastic stuff there from the boys. Jordan leading the pack so long as we go down the order just a little bit. We see a little bit of a fight here between fifth, fourth and third. Obviously Gideon dropping down the order and fighting the rest of the drivers to get into those positions. Now they need to defend it. They need to keep the position away from Gideon. Can they hold him at bay? As we see, Gideon has a lot of grip there, keeping up with the boys, and this is going to be quite difficult here. The fight for second, third and fourth heating up at the moment as we go down the order a little bit. Matt Harris has to defend from the number one drivers for the number one driver at the moment. Anthony now, who's on the alternate strategy, probably starting in on the mediums, going for a soft towards the end there. Will a safety car come out later in the day? We'll have to find Leandre dropping down into 18th after putting his car up into 8th now. It's going to be very exciting stuff. We see someone is ghosting at the moment, moving his way up to 7th place now. Looks like he's ghosting at the moment. We're not sure what happened there, but inviting everyone up into 6th and 7th now. Matt Harris moving up into 6th, Anthony at 7th right now. Very close racing so far here as we go up just the order. These guys are starting a train here. Gideon going down the order here. Not managing to keep up with his pace from the beginning so far. Will he manage to obviously get back to order? We see Jordan hitting the ball out there just a little bit as we see Bailey has joined back into the session now. A lot of people trading position. This is very close racing for most of the drivers so far. Hopefully Bailey can manage to get back. It's a very exciting racing here from everyone so far as we look over this beautiful section here onto the hotel of Abu Dhabi. Did you know that there is there is 4,700 lights, which is the most in the world for sports, basically, for lighting up an event here, as Jordan sets the fastest time of a 1:38 right now. Fantastic racing from him. Let me get this I'm lost for words here, guys. It's been an exciting start so far. There we go, lap delta is on at the moment. We see Gracic has gone down into 90th down, has a time penalty. The closest fight at the moment is the fight here for 4th and 3rd at the moment. Philippe managing to get, as we see, putting alongside there to Quinton. Quinton is low on ERS at the moment. Not managing to defend his position, and Gideon gets up into 3rd place now, hunting down the likes of Philippe now, but he'll have to defend Quinton now as they go down this back straight now. I think DRS is enabled. Yes, it is, and Quinton does have, but he's low on ERS at the moment, and he won't be able to get the position now. Now this is a chance now for Gideon to get back at Philippe now. He'll have to defend with his life. He's quite far from the leader, Jordan, at the moment. So he'll have to make sure that he pulls enough gap so Gideon does not get that DRS though. But looks like Gideon's keeping up quite well to him as they go through these final sectors. There's a little bit of a fight down there by Peter and seems like Rohan right now. Peter making his way up in the Renault outfit now after having a terrible start there. We're going to have to see how well he progresses. Mandich moving up into 9th place at the moment, doing quite fantastically well. Fighting against the likes of Mohammed now, about 6/10 behind them. This is inviting Alfred J into the party. Quite a close battle here at the back, as you can see most of the... as we see Mandich goes into the wall just a little bit. Does he have damage? No, he doesn't. He manages to carry on. Fantastic stuff as Leandre moves his way out from Bailey right now. Both Alfa Romeo, they're all out in 13th and 14th, guys. This race is getting crazy at the moment. As we make our way, as we see Gideon has managed to drop back just a little bit from Philippe there, about a 1.4 second gap there. Oh, there's a little touch there. There's a touch there. What? The chief likes of Jordi and Hello Williams of Alpha J. Unfortunately now they have wing damage. They're going to definitely have to go into the pits now to change wings now. So we see Peter making his way up the pack there. Is he going to defending from the likes of Alfred Lowe now, getting a little bit of a Williams sandwich now. He's definitely going to have DRS now. They're going to have to defend his position from Alfred now as we see a little bit of a fight just down there between Leandre and Rabbi. Oh, a little bit of a knock there. Leandre goes up and carries on. Rabbi looks like he's spun out though. Oh, unfortunately for him, managing to get back on the track doesn't look like he has damage. Quite a fight at the back here as we make our way up the back. It's the Ferrari of Clinton spinning out there, unfortunately. Oh no. He's definitely going to have to pit for a new wing now. Will this bring out the safety car? No, it doesn't. He manages to join in safely. Both the Ferrari duo not having a fantastic race at the moment. Unlucky for them. Ooh, a little bit. This bunches up the pack. Leandre making his way after a very sad start for him. Will this be a comeback race for him? He's going board with the leaders now, pulling away with quite a comfortable gap. Jordan leading Philippe by 3 seconds, but it looks like Gideon is catching up to Philippe at the moment, with Carl following in 4th right now. Very exciting racing here in Abu Dhabi. Very beautiful circuit at the moment as we see Quinton makes his way up there, probably just in the pits then. Bernard Rayner still down into 19th there. What is going on with the Red Bull driver? Did he... Unfortunately for Bernard, starting in 19th after a crash, I believe, and now still in 19th now. Will he be able to catch up to the pack? Hopefully a safety car does come out for Bernard to make his way back up the field. This is a very tricky, as we see a little mix here from Peter overtaking the Ferrari of Jordi now. Ooh, pushing him, squeezes him into the thing. Does he get the corner down? He gets to overtake Peter, making his way up into 11th. Fantastic overtake there, little lock up just to the defender, making a little bit later to the Ferrari of Jordi, making his way up into 11th after that really bad start from him. Did quite well. Yellow flags in sector 2. Who could that be? Looks like Bernard as well. Oh no. Mohammed Faizan sitting in 7th place with his teammate of Matt Harris in front. This is a very exciting race so far, guys. As we see the pack slowly settling down. Very clean racing from all the drivers so far. Very exciting stuff there. We see in the chat there from Marno saying, "Go Renner brothers." Yes, go Renner brothers. Bernard is down into 19th though, but he's slowly catching up into Alpha J though, but they have a lot of time to make right now as the pack kind of spreads out right now as we see the closest fight at the moment is between the likes of the Renault of Mandich, Leandre and Mohammed Faizan. All of them, as we see Leandre pulling out using all of his ERS, a little bit of a lag there for both of them. To see they both have DRS now, so this is definitely helping Mandich at the moment to gain a few spots there. As we see Lofty on the track there saying "Go Renners." Yes, they definitely want to watch out in the league. A little bit of a tap there. I think he's lagging just a little bit, but he manages to hold it. Going through this fast chicane here, doing quite well to hold it right now as we see Gideon is now catching up to Philippe now. I think Philippe is starting to struggle on those soft tires though. Anthony starting in 11th has made his way up into 5th now and on the alternate strategy. He's definitely going to make up time left later in the session. A little bit of a back step there from Gideon, trying to push as hard as he can. And the pits have opened for the drivers now, so this is going to to turn the strategies. This is going to play the strategies into part now for the drivers, so we're going to have to see what strategies they go for. This is going to be exciting stuff now as we are on board with, well, there's a little bit of a battle down the order as well. See if I can get myself there between still the three of these guys here. Fighting hard, like I said, Mandich defends quite strongly, holding that number 14 number like Fernando Alonso. Very exciting driver for these guys. Looks like he's lagging just a little bit. Hopefully the drivers do notice it and make a bit of space, and obviously a clean pass as they all activate the DRS here. Only the likes of Mohammed Faizan not having DRS. They're going to go 3x3 into this corner here. A little bit of a look at he's still, ooh, he runs right, just missing everyone. That's the corner there, just a little bit, getting ahead of everyone. That's a 10-second time penalty for carry on driving. He inherits 7th place there, but we'll see if he gives back for place there. No, doesn't look like it. Looks like he'll carry on driving because he has a 10-second penalty there from the game. On board with Gideon and Philippe at the moment, with Jordan leading the pack by a clear 3 seconds, but it looks very tight here. It's going to be a very game of strategy right now. I'm getting all time-tied. Gideon dives into the pits, trying to get the undercut from her. Will be held up from traffic though? That is the question. And we still have all 19 drivers in the grid right now. This is fantastic stuff from the drivers right now. A few time penalties for most of the drivers. We'll have a look there as we're on board with Gideon right now, making his pit stop onto the mediums he goes, as Anthony Barber inherits that 3rd place now because of Gideon's pit stop, but he has still yet to pit, and he'll probably be going for that alternate strategy of a medium to soft after. So this is going to definitely spice up the grid later on in the pack. Maybe a safety car or two. We'll have to see how it goes as we see Quentin Jans van Rensburg getting a time penalty. The Ferrari duo all the way down at the bottom now. So we see them a little bit of a spread out down at the bottom there as we see Ocker van Rensburg up into 11th now, and that Williams doing quite well for his team. Will he manage to get into the points? We need to find out right now. Bailey gets a 3-second time penalty. He's sitting down in 15th now. Shall we see what the pit stops are at the moment? Most of the people at the back have made one stop now. So has Gideon, who's down into 8th right now as we're on board with Ockert. Intervals there. Let's check out the time penalties at the moment, as Mandich has a 10-second time penalty right now. Mohammed Faizan sitting on 3 seconds. Relatively all slow penalties, but probably from cutting corners right now. As we'll go onto the tires at the moment. That is the tires for the drivers we are currently at right now, as we see a McLaren 1-3 at the moment, with Philippe and Jordan making their pit stops at the moment. So let's switch this off now and get back into the race. So we're on board with Anthony, who goes up into 1st now after we see Jordan and Philippe making their pit stops. Where would this put them? Matt Harris getting up into 2nd now, but still needs to make a pit stop. This is very exciting stuff though. Has your predictions changed on the chat yet? This is boiling up to be an exciting race so far, as we see how close that pack is on the mini map over there. Matt Harris keeping it nice and clean there, still needing to make his pit stop. Will he be the different one to make a one stop there, as we see Jordan making his way up from Mandich now, getting bit of traction definitely with those brand new medium tires. They're getting the DRS activated as well, but there will be a 2nd DRS zone to get through. Will Mandich be able to get him on that one? We'll have to wait and see now, as we're on board with Leandre, who is down the order but still needs to make a pit stop, sitting in 3rd place now. Gideon Rayner also going up the pack now. Ooh, guys, this is exciting stuff from the drivers. I cannot tell you how excited we are. See, Jordan has defended his position well, up into 4th now, still ahead of Gideon over there. Make our way down into this exciting technical corner here. Very beautiful track. Ocker van Rensburg getting a 3-second time penalty, sitting there in the 11th place at the moment. on board now with Leandre now, who's chasing after. Oh, as Jordan makes his way around Leandre there, just stepping out as Leandre dived into the pits now. This looks like that undercut has worked for Gideon as he's up into second now, hunting down Jordan. What happened to Philippe here? Looks like he's battling with some of the slower pack now, which has put him down into third place now, unfortunately for Philippe. Doing quite well to defend against Gideon now having to make up some time, but they probably will have to make another pit stop now as he's making his way up into Mandich now. Will he get the move done from Mandich? Seems like Leandre is the only one in the pits at the moment now. Looks like Philippe has activated his DRS there, but he's low on ERS. Can he get the move done there? Oh, diving quite late there. Will he manage to keep it clean there? It looks like he has, but it looks like Mandich will get that second DRS now. So it looks like Philippe is going to have to defend it. He's going to have to defend from Mandich right now. He's up into fourth place and he goes for the outside line now. Will he manage to get his stick sitting a little bit wide? It looks like Philippe manages to keep his position, moving him up into third. Now he has a 3.5 second time to actually gain towards the front two there, which is Gideon sitting in second and Jordan in first as we go on board here for this. Ooh, locking up just a little bit there. Carl doing quite well for his debut, already making his pit stop there, sitting comfortably in sixth. Mandich and Faizan still have to do a pit stop as well. Hopefully they'll get out of the way there for Carl. Bumping him up into fourth as we see Mohammed now diving into the pits after doing quite well to defend from slowing down the front row pack a little bit. See Philippe's lights is flashing there, running really low on ERS right now. We see a little bit of a change in order down in the pack there. Who can it be? See Leandre making his way. A little bit of a fight here between 8th, 9th and 10th. Let's stay on board here with Quintin and the Ferrari making his way up a few positions after having a little spin in the last sector there. Very exciting stuff from these drivers. See how well this fight pans out here. They're going 3 wide and it looks like Rouen will be playing them as well with the DRS train here. It's going to be a very game of wits here to see who gets what done here as we see the AlphaTauri has not got DRS. That invites the two of them. Will they be going 3 wide down into the corner? Yes, they will. This is exciting stuff here. Overtaking. Oh, a little bump there, a little bump there. Will he go into it? Yes, he does. Knocks his back just a little bit. Manages to. This invites Leandre up into 7th place now. Whoa, wait, oh my gosh, exciting stuff. This Ruan lets his teammate through there. Doesn't look like it. A little bit of argy-bargy there, but Leandre, ooh, this invites the Ferrari into the mix now. Little bit of contact there, and everyone keeps it clean. Well done to everyone there. Fantastic racing from everyone. Carl goes up into 4th after Mandich makes a pit stop there, I think. No, he gets past him on track. Looks like Mandich is going for that one-stop strategy. Does he dive into the pits? Yes, he does. Let's go back down into this fight here as Leandre pulls away from the pack, but it looks like there's a fight here between the racing point of Rouen and the Ferrari of Quintin. Matt Harris also still in the mix after being overtaken by 2 cars here, but it looks like Rouen dives into the pits now on those medium strategy. Dives into the pits now. This releases the likes of Quintin and Matt Harris back into 7th and 8th now. Very exciting race as we see a little comment there from the chat now. Go Rabbi Malcolm. Yes, he's definitely doing well now and he dives into the pits there. Oh, my leaderboard is going quite crazy there as we see Gideon still sitting at 2nd, Philippe dropping down the order now into 3rd for that podium position. Jordan, yellow flags in sector 1 and 2. Who could that be? Looks like a Williams of Alfred J. Oh, he spun it on the corner there, unfortunately. Oh, he spins it again. Oh, unfortunately for Alfred. Matt Harris down into 19th now. I wonder what happened there. The field quite spread out now. Alfred J getting a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. We're on board with Jordan now, who's leading the pack by 2.5 seconds from Ooh, as Alfred J has retired from the session, will this bring out the safety car? Unlikely not. Very clean racing from these drivers. Not a virtual safety car yet in sight, or a safety car. You never know. Of course, racing as we see Peter now coming up against the likes of a Ferrari here, as we see Mohammed Faizan has dropped down the order there just a little bit there. Sorry guys, just checking the chat there, making sure all the drivers are fine, as we see Peter is about 5/10 behind Jordi now in the Ferrari. Both the Ferrari guys managing to get back into the points position after their terrible start, both spinning out, as we see Jordi is low on ERS there, inviting Peter into the mix there. See how this battle pans out here, as we see maybe Jordi's going to get a little bit of a tow from Mohammed Faizan, who's AFK at the moment, I do believe. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's in his car. DRS activated for Peter. Will he get the move done before that corner there? Looks like he's just holding back just a little bit there. Hopefully maybe just getting him on that second DRS right now. See how well he gets him here, keeping it nice and clean here. Definitely gonna get the DRS from Jordi now, and he's gonna have to make this move stick. Will he go left or right? Let's see. Looks like Peter has an end plate missing as well. Looking up there from Jordi right now. Peter spun out. No! No! Ooh, reversing dangerously back onto the track, unfortunately for Peter, moving him back down into 12th now. Seems like most of the pack has spread out now. Anthony in 5th place, but on the alternate strategy. Will he be able to catch up to Carl, who's about 6 seconds ahead of him at the moment? Ron sitting in 6th right now. Seems like it is easing off just a little bit. This track is a long one. 3-second warning there for Peter. 14 laps into this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix right now, and we see the order as it stands. Jordan, who started in 2nd, is now up into 1st with a 2.2 gap to the leader right now. We're on board with Leandre. Philippe sitting in 3rd after getting a great start there. Currently started in 3rd, so keeping his position. Carl up into 4th. Anthony making his way from 11th up into 5th with his alternate strategy. Always opting for it. Seems like most of the fight is between Peter and Bernard at the moment. Let's go on board with Bernard and see how well he does. Not having a great race at the moment, but seems like he's making up for lost time right now.
Hello, Scotty.
Hey, Quinton's back.
Yes, my internet's finally back. Glad.
You missed a very exciting start to the race now, and we're on board currently with Bernard Rayner. I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yes, I'm on board with you.
Okay,
now I am again.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, so a lot have happened so far. Gideon getting quite a bad start there at the beginning, which bumped up Jordan Tolman, and he seems like he's keeping him at bay at the moment. Gideon getting the undercut on Philippe at the moment, but they'll probably still have to make another one stop. The closest fight right now on track is between Bernard and Peter, when Peter had a fight with Jordi earlier and spun out, so he's down a few positions from where he started. Seems like Peter has both his end plates, so still managing to get on, but Bernard is right up the back of him right now. Quite a lot of time penalties for most of the drivers so far, and Gideon has a time penalty as well. This is definitely going to hinder his time. Seems like Matt Harris has left the session right now.
Ockett's just moved up into 15th position there.
Yeah, he was doing quite well just now. He actually had, no, it was his teammate, Alfred J, had a spin in the fast corners there in sector 1 and retired his car, unfortunately, so he's going to have to make up the points in the next race there. As we're on board with Peter now, who is still defending from Bernard, but managing to keep him at bay right now. Quite a
Yeah, Bailey holding off both of your Renault boys just outside of the points, I can see.
Yeah, but Bandage is slowly catching up to Bailey at the moment, but defending quite well there. As we see Bailey getting a 3-second time penalty for cutting the corner there. So we're on board with Bailey now, coming around these fast right-hander to that slow right-hander. Up into this beautiful...
Just catching Bailey there.
Yeah, definitely. And we see Quinten Jans van Rensburg getting a 3-second time penalty for multiple warning. It seems like most of these drivers are struggling with track limits here.
If you look at the penalties, it does seem that way, doesn't it?
Definitely. Would you like to give a penalty count for the viewers so far?
Oh, I'm not in game. I'm trying to spare my line at the moment.
No worries about that. Anthony, starting in P11, is now up into P5, and looks like he's catching up to Carl right now on that alternate strategy of his.
Who has actually made a pit stop? Can you quickly have a look at the tires choices as well?
Everyone has made a pit stop so far, and everyone will probably make another pit stop knowing here, except for Gracich. Seems like he's going. This is a 2-stop strategy for most of the drivers. Abu Dhabi is very notorious for its tire wear. And it's a very...
Have a look at the tire choices there of the drivers quick.
There we go.
Oh, that's quite interesting. Some are on hard, some are on mediums, and just 2 guys on softs.
Yeah, but they will definitely have to make another pit stop here. Let's go back into it now.
And Anthony is always swimming against the stream of the top guys, eh? Like he's always doing his own thing.
That's what he does. As we see, Bailey got his position taken from Mandich there, moving the Renault up into P10 now. We'll see the likes of Peter maybe coming into the mix soon. He's about 6 seconds behind Bailey at the moment. Bernard sitting in 13th at the moment. We make our way up the pack. Here's Gideon. Oh, I was about to say he's a lap down. I thought he maybe went into the pits, but it doesn't seem like it's Jordan Tolmay gets a penalty as well now.
What happened to Bernard? I'm surprised to see him down so far on the lineup.
It seems like he crashed on one of his fast lap in qualifying, and he wasn't able to set a time, so he was down into 19th, and it seems like he's been fighting his way since then as he makes a pit stop at the moment. We're on board with Jordan right now, as we see someone in the chat right now saying Jordan and Peter. There we go. Hopefully Peter makes his way up from 12th place there. He is quite a fast driver.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Philippe Mullen in 3rd place. He's been consistent throughout the season.
He was in 2nd place at the time, but Gideon got the undercut on him and took the position from him. Gideon started in 1st, but had a terrible start and made his way back up the pack into 2nd now. That's doing quite well for him. Carl sitting in 4th in his debut race for the F1 Synergy right now, sitting comfortably in 4th for that Mercedes car.
Really fantastic performance there by Carl.
But now Anthony is catching up right towards him, and they both still need to make pit stops now. As we see Gideon went into the pits now, coming out on medium tires. Interesting strategy for him. Going behind Anthony now, who's leading the driver's standings right now. Go on board with these guys.
Looks like Mohammed is okay. No, never mind. It looked like for a second there, it looked like Mohammed was busy catching Quinten.
It seems like he is though. About 9/10 separating from them, as we see now Gideon getting past Anthony right now. but there is a second DRS zone here, so we'll have to see how this pans out for Gideon. Did he take the position too early? Does he get enough traction to get away from him? Not having DRS though, Anthony activating his DRS now. Will he manage to gain enough time? No, he defends the position quite well from Anthony right now. This promotes Carl up into third place now. Philippe is in second right now, but 10 seconds from Jordan. Jordan absolutely blitzing through the pack right now as he dives into the pits right now. Let's go on board with him and see what tires he chooses right now. As we see Jack on the track saying, "Come on, Mohammed."
This is Jordan's second stop, correct?
That is correct, and he is opting for the medium tires right now. This puts Philippe up into first now.
Is anybody going for the soft hard strategy, do you think? The one stopper?
I don't think it's possible on this track, eh? I think if you started on the mediums, it would have been possible to go medium hards, but from soft to hards, I don't think that will happen.
It's one of those tracks that eat tires.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't eat the tires. It's just, it's such a slippery track. Just like Baku, you want the optimal grips to be as high as possible, making the car easier to handle, and because it's high-speed corners as well, you lose the rear quite easily, so it does become quite tricky after about, shall we say, 6 laps on older tires. As we see Gideon makes his way out from Jordan right now, getting the undercut on Jordan! This initially bumps up Gideon into first place. Will he be able to hold the position, or does Philippe take it all the way with the medium? This is really interesting to see now. This is really upping up the battle right now.
And a brilliant showing by McLaren today. The two McLaren boys in third and fourth.
Yeah, definitely. This will bump them up in the constructor standings by the looks of it right now, as the two Ferrari drivers have struggled in the opening
sectors of this session.
Yeah, exactly. They I think Jordy spun out in the first corner, and then Quinton lost it in the last sector, and a few laps coming as well. You see Rabbi getting a 3-second time penalty now, but Jordan is busy hunting down Gideon right now. He is not happy with how he lost the position there. Seems like the undercut worked quite well for Gideon right now. And he's catching up.
Didn't Philippe also get a podium in was it the last race or the race before that?
Yes, he does. He seems like he's quite often in the podium position. Bernard Rayner getting
impressive.
Bernard Rayner getting a 3-second time penalty while overtaking Ockert over there. This is heating up at the moment. Will Philippe go into the pits?
Can you have a look at what the time penalties are at the moment, just so we can see if we can see any time changes with regards to the top runners?
Hold on. There we go. 3-second time penalties all the way from the top there. As we see Leandre's up into fourth now. Probably.
Ooh, look at the Mandage and Bailey both on quite big time penalties there.
Yeah, crazy as Bailey gets another time penalty at the moment there. It seems like most of the people struggling with the tracks here. We go back there and we're on board with Philippe now. Does he do his pit stop, or does he carry on? He's losing quite a bit of time to the pack behind him. His teammate, as Philippe dives into the pit now, and his teammate follows as well.
Oh no! No! That's gonna cost them. That was poor team communication for sure.
As Gideon and Jordan now make their way up now. Where does this put Leandre now? Leandre making his way past the pit now. But
yeah, you definitely never want to double stack like that on a pit stop.
Yeah, definitely. As we see Philippe just leaving the pits now, this invites Leandre up into third, but he is on older medium tires now. This is definitely going to hurt his times. Also sitting on a time penalty. Currently, the only drivers at the moment without penalties are Philippe, Carl, Anthony. Seems like Quinton as well. Mandich has a penalty, and Matt Harris is also doing quite cleanly now, as we see Matt Oliver.
Impressive showing here by Leandre today.
from Leandre. Yeah, exactly. He
Yeah,
spun out in
this
the
is actually the highest we've seen him finish if he can maintain this position all season.
interesting fact. He spun out in the first corner as well at the start of the race, and he made his way up into third place now. As we see, it's still the likes of Jordan and Gideon putting out for that first place. As we see, Gideon in front is low on ERS.
We see Quinton's dropped out of the top 10. Did he make another pit stop?
Quinton, seems like he has actually. What tires is he on currently? Looks like he's back on the soft, so he has made a pit stop, looking to go all the way to finish that race on the soft tires now. Peter is catching up to Bailey now, and Peter's up into 10th now.
Wow, he caught up to Bailey quickly. Just a couple of laps back, he was 6 seconds behind him.
Doing quite well. He tussled with Philippe at the beginning of the race, losing his rear end and dropping him down the orders. We see Carl and Anthony swapping position there. It seems like Leandre has gone into the pits for the soft tires now, making his way up.
Okay, we should see him come out in about 6th position.
Does Jordy get
So
ahead
still
of
a
him?
very good going.
No, Jordy stays behind him. He's in 6th place now. Anthony up into 5th, and he's on the softer tires now. He's hunting down Carl at the moment, who is sitting on medium tires right now. This is definitely going to
Do you think Jordy will make another pit stop as well?
I'm not quite sure if he's had a pit stop already. No.
See, he's on mediums at the moment.
Well, we're going to have to keep an eye out on that. We'll see how the drivers, the current standings as we speak right now is Gideon in 1st, Jordan in 2nd, Philippe in 3rd, Carl in 4th, Anthony in 5th, followed by Leandre, and your two Ferrari boys in 7th and 8th at the moment.
Yeah, Quinton's moved back up to 8th now, so we've seen some other guys pit as well.
Yeah, as we see this,
I see both Bailey and Peter has moved down, so they've also probably hit into the pits.
there's a little battle here between the Racing Point of Rouen and the Williams of Arkert van Rensburg as they make their way into the DRS range now. Looks like he's losing a little bit of time coming out the exit of that corner. Gideon's doing quite well to hold Jordan at bay at the top there.
Very, very well.
All Philippe has to do to well, Philippe needs to get into a 3-second gap to the front row there, but it seems unlikely as he is 13 seconds behind. Actually, let's go on board with the front leaders right now as we see both of them low on ERS, but Jordan having DRS going wide there into the corner and taking the position from Gideon. Do they clash? Oh, conceding the position.
And also having the
Jordan,
fastest sector there as well.
Jordan getting up into 1st place, the marching Gideon down into 2nd. This could be Jordan's first ever win in Synergy F1 League. Exciting stuff.
Fantastic move there by Jordan. What a drive.
Exactly, and he's pulling away a 1.5 gap already on Gideon. Clearly having a better tire wear for him. It's fantastic driving here from Jordan, moving up into 1st place now. Gideon moving down into 2nd place now. Philippe following in 3rd as Alfred J has left the session, but he has retired from the session quite early at the moment. As we see Arkert van Rensburg has now been overtaken by Rouen now. But Rouen is right up against Rabbi now. Gets DRS on him now. Does he manage to get the position done? He's low on ERS. Can he get it? Can he get it? He goes for the inside line. Does he brake later? It's
fantastic pass.
as we see Peter has DNF
Does he
from
make
the
it
session. Oh no!
Oh, they touched.
Forward board right now as oh no, Robbie has spun out. I wasn't even paying attention there. So we see Peter has.
Yeah, they touched as he made the pass there on the exit of the pass.
No, seems like
the two cars touched and they spun him out.
As we see now, Carl has been overtaken by Anthony, and that promotes Anthony up into 4th place. A great showing from the McLaren boys right now, sitting in 1st and 4th. Gideon just needs to stay at the back of Jordan there, just to apply that pressure on him. Houghton trying, maybe Jordan might make a mistake from the pressure, but it seems like he is soaking in all that pressure and pulling more of a gap each time, but it seems like they're quite even right now. Gideon just needs to save up a little bit of battery and get into that DRS zone, but there's a yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like it's Rabbi. Does Gideon as Bernard makes his way past Bailey there, putting him up into 11th place now for his redemption drive, but now Bailey has the DRS now, and will he get him back into the next corner? Ooh, running wide by wide, side by side there. Does Bernard manage to make it stick? They touch, pushing him a little bit wide there. Bailey gets the position back from Bernard now, tussling for that 11th position as Mandich is sitting comfortably in 10th place now, hunting down the likes of Mohammed Faizan in 9th place right now.
Yeah, with Bernard and Bailey tussling it out, it's allowing Mandich to catch up to them a little bit.
Yeah, definitely, as we see Carl is about 2.5 seconds down from Anthony now. Fortunately, his teammate Matthew had internet problems, so he couldn't make it for the Mercedes team. Your Ferrari boys sitting comfortably in 7th and 8th at the moment. Seems like the pack has spread out quite evenly now. Bailey getting a 1.8 second gap from Bernard now after taking the position back after Bernard overtook him in the first back straight. Yeah, it seems like the pack has calmed down. Surprisingly enough, there hasn't been a virtual safety car or a safety car. So very clean racing from the drivers at the moment, as we see Gideon gains and loses time everywhere on track at the moment. So we see everything is settling down at the moment. Philippe sitting in 3rd place now. Very consistent drivers, Philippe. Low on ERS, but he's still... Seems like the grid has been made up. It seems like Gideon seems to close the gap on Jordan, but loses a lot of time in certain sectors. Yes, folks.
I'm very impressed with the showing today by McLaren. They definitely gonna love the points that they're gonna get today.
I think that's the team of the day for me right now. It's definitely the McLaren boys.
Who will you, with 2 laps or so left, who's your driver of the day?
I'm going to have to give it to... Who would I give it to, though? I'd give it to Anthony, starting at 11th, coming up into 4th now. Brilliant drive. You know, very clean from him. Kind of like a grandfather kind of Sunday drive for him, you know? He doesn't get into any battles, he just plays his strategies, and it seems to do it quite well in every single race. Who would your driver of the day be?
Oh, I wouldn't know. I missed half of the race. So.
Yeah, but Paul also did a very fantastic drive for his debut race in City. Ooh, running just a little bit wide there, catching him, but he's getting...
Mandich seems to be catching Mohammed there for 9th position.
Ooh, definitely. Let's go on board with them. We've got 2 laps left of this Grand Prix. It seems like Gideon is just dropping away from Jordan at the moment right now. Let us know in chat who your driver of the day is, so we can judge it for ourselves here. It seems like most of the pack has now kind of calmed down. The closest battle at the moment is between Mandich and Mohammed right now. Will Mandich be able to get past the Alpha Tauri of Mohammed right now. Seems like they're going to start the second last lap at the moment now. Leandre is also catching up to Carl quite quickly right now. It seems like he's about to get into his DRS zone. Coming up.
Are they both on the same set of tires?
I think Leandre is on the softs and Carl is on the mediums. I'm just on board with Mandic at the moment, see how this battle pans out between the both of them. But it seems like Leandre is catching up to Carl quite quickly here, and I was correct. Carl is on the medium set of tires while Carl is on the faster soft tires, so he's definitely going to have the better traction here coming out of corners. See, Mandic is still being held up by Mohammed Faizan there. Mohammed Faizan managing to defend his position while we're on board with Leandre as they come through the hotel here right now. Coming through these penultimate corners here to start their last lap at the moment. As we
And Jordan is still pulling away there from Gideon, surprising.
A little bit of a fight there between Mandic and Mohammed Faizan as he spins out there. Mohammed Faizan spins out there, promoting Mandic up into 9th place here. Unfortunately,
there must have been pressure there because Mandic was behind Mohammed there for quite some time.
yes, we're on board here with the following for the leaders right now. As we see, Carl is still defending from Leandre at the moment. As Leandre managed to get past him right now. It's the closest battle on track as we speak. Both low on ERS, but Leandre has the DRS and
He makes a move.
Does he make it stick? Yes, he does. Cuts off the corner just a little bit, but he's going to have to defend him in that corner right now as we see some.
It was interesting to see Leandre opt for the outside pass and not the inside pass on that occasion.
Yeah, definitely. As we see now, he defends the position right now. Jordan Tome with a 3-second time penalty. How did he manage to get that? Will that hinder his time?
Oh, who spun out there? Who lost it there on that corner?
It was Bernard Gideon gets first place there from time penalties. Philippe Moulin in 3rd place coming across the line. Will this put him up into 2nd place there? And Philippe gets 3rd. Anthony coming around the last few corners. It seems like Bernard spun out there. After being lapped.
Unlucky there for Bernard. Yeah, I mean, do you think there's going to be a lot of steward submissions after the race today?
Most probably like it after that, but it seems we were on board with Quinton now, coming through to take that 7th position. Leandre dropping down into 6th place after his time penalty, putting Carl back up into 5th again. Very good showing from the McLaren drivers as we speak. As one of the guys in the chat has said, I think it was Marna saying Gideon will win. Obviously Jordan getting that 6-second time penalty, putting him down into 2nd as Quinton crosses the line, followed by Jordi van der Zee in 8th place. Mandic coming across the line, but obviously still has a lot of time penalties to be served. This will definitely bump up Mohammed Faizan. No, it does not. Surprisingly enough.
I'm happy to see that both of my Ferrari boys ended up in the points. You know, I'm sure they got unlucky and could have finished higher, but constant showing from my two boys as always.
We see Rabbi comes across the line now to finish off the grid, and it seems like that is our standings at the moment. So well done to all the drivers. Shall we get the top 3 in, starting with Philippe and then making our way up to Gideon?
Yeah, sure. Let me see who is available.
Let me just get a screenshot of these standings here for us.
All right, Philippe's not on the Discord.
Did I call it?
Oh, Anthony Barbara is driver of the day again, I think.
Definitely.
This is like the 3rd time for him.
As we see Gideon taking his 3rd win of the session, I do believe. Of the season, shall I say, not the session.
Yeah, Gideon, that's how many race wins does he have now?
It's probably his 3rd win.
Yeah, that's his 3rd win already. Yes, you're right.
Clearly pulling away from the points there, picking up the points for the drivers as we get a screenshot of everyone here without their time penalties.
I'll just put a message up in Discord, see if the guys can hop on.
Da, da, da. And there we have it, folks. If we run down the order for you quickly, we have Gideon in first, Jordan in second, followed by Philippe in third, Anthony in fourth, Carl in fifth, sixth is Leandre, Quinton in seventh, Jordi Van de Zee in the Ferrari in eighth, Mandich debut ninth, Mohamed Faizan in 10th, Bailey 11th, Ron 12th, 13th is Ockert, Bernard in 14th, the Haas of Galactic in 15th, Rabbi with his debut 16th, Matt Harris in 17th, Peter Maw DNFing in 18th, Alfred J DNFing in 18th. So let's get some driver interviews in, shall we, as I go make our way to the interview room here for us. Da, 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 da.
All right, I'm gonna pull in Anthony.
Driver of the day, shall we say again?
Hello.
Hello, Anthony. Well, congratulations on getting driver of the day. You missed out on a podium, though, but working your way up from 11th position all the way to 4th position. Tell us what your strategy was.
Yeah, basically, my strategy was to be as fast as possible. So I wanted to get rid of the mediums as fast as I could, as early as I could, I should say. I had an incident with someone named Dark, I think. I don't know what his name on the stream.
Yes, it's Bailey.
Which I had to carry a yellow front wing.
Oh no! So you did most of your race with a damaged front wing. Was it hard to keep it out on track, or did you manage?
It was okay, but I wanted to get to at least lap 10 before I switched to the softs. But lap 7 the tires gave up, and then at lap 8 or lap 9 I think I had to pit.
Awesome.
And yeah, basically go on with my planned strategy as I planned earlier.
So you lost a bit of time in the pits there. Do you think with that time being lost in the pits, changing the wing, do you think that took the podium away from you, or do you think the drivers in front were just that quick today?
I think I could have been closer to P3 at least. Closer to take it at least. Yeah. I think, yeah.
Were you catching to Philippe at any stage of the race, or was he able to keep you off a little bit? Were you guys matching the same pace?
Philippe is McLaren Senna?
Yes, that's right.
In game? Yeah, I was catching a bit, but I had one warning. So yeah, around 3 laps to go, I thought, yeah, let's bring the car home. It's enough. I don't need to push. Anyway, I didn't have time to push anyway because the gap was so big.
Yeah, but definitely, both McLaren boys getting high in the points today. Do you think that's a good chance for the McLaren team now to be in the mix for the Constructors Championship?
Depends.
Your teammate finished second.
At least try and aim for the top 3. You know what I mean?
I have to miss a race at some point. So depends who comes and take my seat.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I definitely have to miss a race at some point.
No.
Maybe not the next one. But after the next one, I think I have to miss one. Yeah.
No worries.
All right, no problem. All right, thank you, Anthony, for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. Any last words for the viewers? All right. Who's?
That's. I don't know.
Scotty, can you put up the splash screen for us on the stream?
It is up.
Oh, sorry, I was watching your screen. Okay, so Jordan, let's pull him in.
Hello.
Jordan. From first to second from time penalties, how do you feel about that?
It is what it is.
Unlucky,
It's
brother.
what it
But
is.
what a drive, man. I mean, we were amazed. You pulled some moves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
How did it go down the race for you?
It was better than I expected. I thought, like, I was gonna spin a few times, to be honest. But relatively clean, so it's okay.
Okay, well that's perfect to hear. In terms of the pit strategy, well, how was the tire wear and stuff like that? Were you losing a bit of grip, hence the two-stop strategy, or?
To be honest, the softs were terrible at the beginning, but the mediums felt fine
It-
throughout the whole race, to be honest.
Is it? Do you think you could have gone all the way with those mediums?
No, I definitely had to pit again. But by the time I went into the pit stop, I barely felt the tire wear.
Yeah, and tell us that that last time penalty you got towards the end of the race, was that just driver error trying to keep getting?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Okay, because we saw there was a little bit of a mix-up at the back between some slow markers ghosting there, so we thought maybe they might have been in your way, but sad to
Yeah, I might have grabbed dirty air from them, but I was pushing really hard, so it's probably my fault.
definitely. But congrats on your P2, man. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy it now. And good
Yeah.
good points for the McLaren team, I see, as well, as your teammate finished in 4th. So congrats to both
That's
of you
nice.
guys. Yeah,
Thanks, man.
no worries. Well, shall we get the next driver in?
All right, who's the next guy you want to talk to?
Philippe, if it's possible.
He's still not in any of the Discord channels.
Not to worry. Shall we bring in our winner, Gideon?
He's not in either. So I guess that's it for today.
Shall we get Mandich in then? See how his
Alright.
debut went.
Hello.
Hello, Mandich.
Hello.
Great debut from you today, buddy.
Wait, this is an interview.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, okay.
Correct.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm just cutting the clip, trimming the clips, so I can submit the incidents.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
But tell us,
Hello, guys. Hello.
How was your debut race in Synergy F1? Tell us how it went down.
I'm not happy with my qualifying because I messed up my first hot lap on the mediums, and I think I could have gone in top 10 if I didn't with mediums. But P14, okay, whatever. But this AlphaTauri of 5Zen, IRC 5Zen, like, he was super dirty to me, and I have 3 incidents, and I'm just cutting the clips out so I can submit it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll submit that to the stewards, and they'll definitely get back to you there. In terms of the league, how did you find it? Was the drivers quite quick? Do you think that you need a little bit more practice in terms? You were brought in a little bit late there. Did you have a lot of practice in terms of preparing for the race, or was it just a matter of get in the car and go, like Hulkenberg style?
It was something in between. I haven't done any test races, but I have done earlier today a couple of time trial laps, and that was it.
Okay, and in
I've
terms,
done I've done maybe 10 laps.
10 laps, but you did quite well to get it up into P9 there, so congratulations for that. And in terms
Thank
of
you.
tire wear and stuff like that, how did you find it towards the end of the race? What strategy did you go for?
I went for medium soft. My first stint on mediums was great. I'm happy with it. The second stint with softs was iffy at best. Like 2 lap before I pitted, I was sliding all over the place, and I'm super happy with my last stint because I felt like I was flying on those softs.
Well, it's fantastic to hear, and congratulations on your debut in Synergy F1. Would you like to say a few words to the viewers before you go?
I hope everybody enjoyed watching the race. I promoted this race in my Discord channel, and I hope you guys loved it there.
Perfect, thank you
In
so
my Discord server, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us today, and have a lovely afternoon.
You too, guys. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Great. We'll look forward to seeing you do more of the same tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Perfect.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. And yeah, that wraps it up for me and you. Hey, Quentin.
Yeah, I'm off. Have a great evening, everybody.
Yeah, any last words besides that, or?
No, I'm just happy that both my Ferrari boys ended up in the points. Obviously, they were a little bit unlucky. Could have probably finished a little bit higher, but as long as they keep putting up points on the boards and putting getting the points ticking over in the right direction, I'm happy. I think we did good enough to maintain the second position overall in constructors.
Well, we'll see throughout the website. If you want to see how the driver standings are currently, it is on the stream right now. Just copy and you should be able to see our website there. Thank you so much for joining me in the commentary box today, Quentin. You must have a lovely afternoon. And yeah, that wraps it up for the 6th round of the Synergy F1. If you're looking to join the Discord is there. I just need to find a way to hyperlink it myself. I did this all quite relatively quickly. Very clean racing from the drivers today. We saw a very hectic start there from Gideon, dropping down a few places, but managing to take the win after Jordan got a 6-second time penalty. I hope all you viewers enjoyed it. We have the F2 race again here in Abu Dhabi tomorrow. Hopefully we can see you all there. Very exciting stuff happening. If you're looking to join our Discord, we are currently looking for team principals to look after the teams, which means you will have to currently buy your drivers for the next season to run the teams for us. So it's a perfect opportunity if you guys want to join in and grab it. Maybe next season there might be a couple of seats opening depending on whether drivers stay or go. So please join the Discord for the next season if you're looking. It's only a couple of weeks left, probably about 7 to 8 weeks left before we start the new season, but there is still 4 rounds to go in the Synergy F1 League for its current debut season, and it's hotting up at the top there between Anthony and Gideon. So yeah, thank you guys for joining in. You must have a lovely afternoon, and thank you again for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow at 7 o'clock, which is at night, CET GMT +1. Enjoy, guys.